Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to today's Daily Peak. My name is Soul. I'm very awake. Very awake. This is awake sounds. I, uh, Hi, hello, everybody. I'm awake. I'm gonna turn on the game now. Um, it, I had a dentist appointment. Today's Friday. This all sounds incredibly connected, brains-wise. Dog to kitty communication. You get it. You get it, Digi. You get it. You get it. I want to go back to bed. It's like 10 a.m. Past 10 a.m. I should probably be awake. I mean, I gotta take my meds, definitely. I'm going at some yogurt. It's got cookies in it. I like yogurt. Really windy out. So you all can tell how awake I am. It's Friday. I gotta take my meds. I'm taking my meds with yogurt and also Austin Found Energy Lemon Lime. The one with 300 grams of caffeine. Bleh. The brain explosion juice. You're familiar. Bleh. My brain, my heart, my soul. My whole body. It's colors. It's yogurt. Damn it. Yeah. I did Pathfinder last night. That was pretty fun. It was mostly just, a shopping episode. But it focused in pretty hard on, one specific character, the Bard, because shopping episode. And notably, he tempted a fae with an offer of like a little chunk of divinity that he picked up. And then fully did like a hey, look over there trick to this fae. And yeah, got some items for free. And now they have a notable fae enemy. Because they pissed off a fucking sun nymph. And she said, if you steal this, I will... I will fucking burn you off the face of the earth. And that was like an oath she swore. Because that is a fae. That motherfucker can't lie. It's one of those, like, she thinks she can do it. So now they are going to be pursued by a fucking sun nymph. And I have to, like, put this down as sun nymph specifically, because this is an undead campaign, generally speaking. The bard specifically is not undead, but they have a fucking half vampire in the party. This lady can do some damage. So that's gonna be fun to pull out of my ass later. But yeah, notably, these characters have all tangled with the dungeon masters quite frequently. And as a result, they have picked up bits of, like, interdimensional essence, which is locally getting called pieces of divinity. And even though this Fae didn't quite know what it was, she knew it was powerful. She could feel it radiating off the thing. And she wanted it real bad. I.e., I will burn you off the face of the earth. So, I just have a Fae in my back pocket. That I can yank out on my players at any time. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's a nymph, which are kind of inherently locationally based. So, like, she can go a decent distance, but it'll weaken her. So she's really only a notable threat inside of, like, this country. Which the whole campaign takes place in this country, so... It's like the anti-immortal snail. Instead of wherever you are, it will always find you. It's, if you ever come to this location, you will die instantly. Or rather, as long as you are in this area, there is a chance you could die instantly at any moment. So that's gonna be fun to pull out once they've forgotten it. Well, that's the thing. She is a sun nymph. As in she's bound to, a given location of, like, natural solar beauty. Basically, she can tie herself to any location which has a particularly gorgeous view of the sunset. And that can exist just about anywhere. As long as you aren't in, like, Smog City, you know? She just needs to occasionally set up a new base of operations. And yeah, she's also implied to be a semi-well-connected fae, at least in the local area. So it's one of those, yeah, she could totally get basically that to happen. Her version of it, but yeah. I went through a list of like special NPCs in my head, and it's like the player characters are looking to access a few notable magic items. Specifically like, you know, this one's level 10, this other one is like level 6 but rare. That kind of thing. So, you know, we have a Fae here. I can pull this Fae out of my ass at any point. And you know, she can just be a shopkeeper. And then like the first thing they did to this guy. Ascent 7? Yes. Sorry, I can close my thing as proof. Ascent 7. You can see it in the corner. But yeah, no, I just have the option to pull out a fucking solar nymph on a party that includes a half vampire. So this is just in my repertoire. I love having a new way to threaten my players. Fuck, I still need to bring back the tax collector Gloria, who is a different enemy of the exact same character, who has picked up a kind of menagerie of debtors, basically. Creditors? Creditors, I think. Pocket Solar Nymph for crimes and profit. They are the ones who did the crimes, so it is their fault for pissing off a sun nymph. Yeah, okay. Not out of the shore, I get to restart. It's just a little embarrassing. Yeah, I like running this campaign. Love falling unconscious into an urchin. I'm having a normal one. Yeah, I'm running this campaign very much like by the seat of my pants here. And it is very fun to do, because I get to do things like a 3-hour shopping episode, which introduces a minor villain. And bringing up like a little like random encounter situation where it's like, oh, hold on, we're in the wrong place. Oh god. Like a deity level entity. Going, oh shit, I went to the wrong part of the timeline. Let me just, this isn't supposed to be a big episode. Let me rewind. And they fucking leave. Because I had a funny idea of just like, yeah, I want to introduce this concept as a thing in the universe, but I don't actually want to play with it all that closely right now. So I have introduced the concept of all-powerful deities accidentally sequence breaking. Nah. So they encountered this broody brat who was wearing an artifact that one of the party members is wearing. And of course the party member wearing that artifact, like, knows that they're still wearing it, and chases down this, like, random teenager who has this powerful artifact. And then when they encounter each other, the fucking deity tied to the artifact goes, wait, hold on, there's two of these, there's two of us, that's not good. Hold on, compare notes, when was I supposed to be here? It's like, you jumped forward 5 years too far. She's like, God damn it. So I have introduced a couple things there. One is the concept of deities accidentally sequence breaking. And the idea that that is a thing which has a high enough risk of happening that they effectively have a protocol for being like, no, you're in the wrong, like, area of the timeline. I've reserved this bit. It also introduces, this fucking emo brat who had the artifact before our, like, current characters. Introduces some of the extended history of that artifact. That kind of thing. I do that a lot. I wouldn't be surprised. Homestuck has a lot of good shit in there. Like, I occasionally play up the, oh, embarrassing Homestuck phase, like, thing, but... You know, it's legitimately, like, there's some good storytelling happening in there. There's some solid concepts. Oh, it definitely needs an editing pass. I would not introduce anyone to raw Homestuck. Raw Homestuck feels wrong to say. Okay, you do say that, Pyrite, but also, one of the major themes of Homestuck is time-traveling shenanigans and the concept of, like, inevitable fates and all that. This is very notably, this is a notable part of Homestuck. Is like all of the dimension crossing BS that I'm doing. This is a big part of it. Like, yes, any series that long is going to have a lot of stuff in it. But also, I am doing some stuff that was very notably Homestuck. Like, I wouldn't look at a reference to Obama and say that's Homestuck, but like these time travel, dimension travel shenanigans, that's Homestuck. That's Homestuck evocative. I am doing some Homestuck shit. Well, yeah, but where do you think I'm evoking? What do you think I'm evoking? I'm 22. Like, I didn't exactly read Homestuck as it was being produced, but I very notably read a lot of it on this YouTube channel. You could go back and find the VODs. Not only is it very reasonable to compare my shit to Homestuck, it is probably more accurate and more honest. Yeah, the fucking kids hanging out and like I do think one of the bits that I actually read in that live reading series involved the kids giving birth to themselves, basically. Not like physically giving birth to themselves. I need to make that clear. It was like a cloning base situation. I am doing my own shit, yes. I also enjoy the Homestuck comparisons and don't want people to stop. I think it's funny. Homestuck's timeline is a circle? I'm pretty sure it's like a trapezoid or some shit. Like... I don't know, I've basically written a whole-ass OC storyline for a side character that shows up in a lot of campaigns. And occasionally it intersects with what, like, any group of players in any of my campaigns are doing. It depends on the object you're tracking, yeah. The Homestuck timeline is the fucking Jeremy Bearimy thing from, The Good Place. That's fair. I am personally of the opinion that it is impossible to reduce something to Homestuck, because that would imply that there is an amount of things that Homestuck is, you know? That would imply that Homestuck is like a real number as opposed to like a variable. You can't reduce things to Homestuck because Homestuck is like, I don't know, pi times 10. Like, pi times an imaginary number. True. Also, if I compared to Homestuck hard enough, Toby Fox might hallucinate that he's worked with me in the past and we would become friends. If he just hears my name and Homestuck in the same sentence enough times, it could happen. Wow, I can't believe Pirate is out here actually admitting to going outside. Ooh, Book of Bones. Yeah, no, full on. I have been doing my best to interlink as many parts of all of my TTRPG campaigns as possible. So there is actually only one setting that all of my campaigns take place in. That setting is The Faithful Strands, which is a collection of like 6 to 12 universes, depending on how you count it. Maybe more, maybe less. Oh no. Okay, what am I taking with me here? I know, right? This inventory is gonna get so fucking managed. Okay. I'm just gonna carry this for a little bit. So, what's the variant here? I feel like there's less trees than usual. And this hill is generated a lot closer than I really would have expected. It's a spore puff on the sand. Not to underestimate myself, but that does feel like it might come in handy. I will also say the puzzle box has already been linked up to the Magical Girl campaign, outside of just containing the Dungeon Masters, has already been linked up to the Dungeoneers of Kroya timeline. Because one of the Dungeon Masters opened a fucking portal to the puzzle box dungeon, which they trapped a different one of the Dungeon Masters in. because just in case you thought these people got along, damn it. This would have been a great time to have a bandage or something. But yeah, basically, the way that the dungeon masters work is they have turned up and they have acknowledged the tropes set by the story that they are in. So they are doing their best to be like background enemies, quote unquote, despite showing up every episode. No, please ignore the bandages that I left behind at the campsite. So they are sat here in like a magical girl setting, being like, okay, I'm not allowed to attack any of these children directly, no matter how much I want to. So they are all working on finding fun ways to make monsters. Because this is not a thing that they're super used to doing. They've made a bunch of monsters in the past. It's just not like their typical main method of interacting with things. So they are being very clumsy about it. Really? God damn it. I was making a joke about needing that. Whatever. I think I landed somewhere on the bottom, so I'm just gonna come down here. I got headbutted off by a beetle. Yeah, the way it's working in the Magical Girls campaign that I'm currently running is that this is a setting with a like confirmed spirit world, like animism is a thing, and the thing that the dungeon masters are doing here is corrupting spirits in the environment, usually ones linked to events and stuff. And thus tainting mortal hearts with darkness or whatever. Where's my shit? So they're going to, like, a plaza, and they are tainting the patron spirit of the plaza, and thus, everything that is, like, feeding off of it, quote-unquote. Yeah, at least I had the flag. I fully do not remember where I landed. Like, I think it was, like, near this? Near a waterfall? But I legit do not know. Frick. Motherfucker. God, guys, I might end up having to fully leave behind my backpack. And by extension, my flare. just because I don't know where it is. If anyone feels like going back through the video and getting screenshots of wherever I landed. I thought I remembered, like, these waterfalls here. But maybe not. God, I have to keep moving forward. Fuck me. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna save the Book of Bones. We're gonna hope I get a heat item. If I don't get a heat item, we are going to wait until I'm on the brink of hypothermia before I turn into bones. Maybe I went past my bag? And that's just, like, on me. Okay. Hey, immunity. Nice. Take a sippy of antidote. Yeah, no, this is the mountain. It's not clear because I fell quite far. Lovely. Okay. At least you don't know either. Okay. I'm doing great work. God, I really hope I find another flare. Imagine if I make it to the mountaintop today. And I don't have a flare. And that's what gets me. Honestly, at this point, I hope I have, like, an honorable death in the Alpine or Mesa or whatever's next. Thank you, Pyrite. I appreciate it, really, I do. Fuck me. least I managed to get the Book of Bones out of my bag before losing my bag. Like, if I had been wearing my bag, I probably wouldn't have lost anything. But I had forgotten about the flag. So at least I didn't leave behind the Book of Bones. Because I need it. God damn it. I was gonna try and grab onto the baton. Oh my fucking god. I am going to crawl into a hole. I just remembered I didn't have my vitamins earlier. I'm gonna do that now. Alright. Thanks to everybody who turned up for today's Daily Peak. I appreciate your viewership. And I will see all of you guys next time. Yeah, at least I didn't get knocked off by another big bug. And I've officially had my vitamins. Alright, see y'all.